good afternoon, folks. This is Friday evening, well, Friday tea time. What is it, 3, and I'm on my way home. I thought I was going to have to break out the wet weather gear because he hammered it down earlier. No, it didn't half and all. But thankfully the rain stopped and the sun's come out and dried the bike. The roads aren't too bad, so I shouldn't get too much plother on the bike. Oh, it's nice, it's 8 degrees, mind. It feels a bit warmer in the sun when you're not travelling along in the wind. But the wind is getting up again, which is bloody typical. I do hope that summertime and the warm weather starts to come round pretty much sooner rather than later. I miss the warmth. I do. The nice warm days, and when I know the forecast is going to be really good, I'm actually going to book some holidays from work, and I'm going to go riding out and visiting lots of places, and I'll bring you along with that. Better to do that. There's nothing worse than whiling away your hot days at work and then come the weekend the weather's bloody miserable. No, it's not good at all. But there's no point doing that till I know the restrictions have been lifted even more, and a few more places such as cafes and that can reopen, although you can have outdoor drinks in some cafes now. But sometimes it's nice to actually get off your bike, go in a cafe and sit down and have a break and have something to eat. You know, it'd be nice to actually meet up with some of my friends and all, who I haven't seen for God knows how long, such as Graham and Derek. Yeah, I've decided to come the A19 way, and so far down here take the parkway, the A174 home, just for quickness rather than anything else. And what I'm going to try and do, and I'll probably fail bloody miserably, is not speed or be silly, or if someone gets in my way, not to be argumentative. I'm going to stick to the speed limit, because sometimes I actually really enjoy having a nice steady ride on rather than a rushed ride. I hate rushing. You know, it's like when I go over the moors and stuff like that, and you'll notice this with my videos, that I don't rush around. There's no point. That's not what the whole point of a ride for me is, to be on the motorbike. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be speeding, but it's to visit places and enjoy the freedom of being out. Because it's very unrestricted when you're in when you're on a motorbike. You don't have the restrictions of being stuck in traffic jams. I mean, there is the odd occasion you can't get past, but it's very nice that you can get past and get through traffic jams and things like that. And that's what I enjoy. I'm going to move in here and steady myself down. I long to see the beautiful vistas of the North Yorkshire moors and the Pennines and the Lake District for that matter. I do intend to have a few rides over the Lake District. If anyone fancies a ride over there with me, you're more than welcome to come over. It's probably going to be a full day. It's nice to have a full day out in the lakes, and it's only 2 hours by car over to the Lake District from my house, so it's not that bad on a motorbike. I guess that once restrictions really start to ease, the people will be out in force, travelling over to the A66 and then on to the Lake District. As you could probably hear again, it's a very, very windy afternoon, and it's something we have to deal with quite a lot here. Normally what I do is I call to the shop on my way home and get myself a nice bottle of rum. But what I'm actually going to do is go home first with the wife, see the wife, have a cup of coffee, get out of this skier and have a walk around the shop that way. Much nicer. Also, what's not nice is this wind, as I've said, it's buffeting me about. I was watching one of Spicy 110's video last night, and it was about like a little sat-nav, a little round sat-nav that goes on there, and I think it's called Beeline. They range from £99 to 150 quid. And what I found interesting was that it's actually not a sat-nav in itself, because without the app on your phone it wouldn't function. So that you know, it wouldn't function at all. All it is really is an extra display, because the app is pretty good, I suppose, and you can put in waymarks and stuff like that and then set it to go. But the display actually comes upon your phone, so if you had your phone mounted to here, you could actually use the app without actually having to buy that display little thing for 150 quid. My thoughts on that, yeah, it's very simple and easy to use. But I can't justify paying that amount of money for something that's not a standalone sat-nav. And as I said, I use a TomTom sat-nav, which I've actually waterproofed myself, and it is waterproof now fully, and it works with these gloves. You know, it's touch sensitive, and it is a standalone sat-nav. Now, because I put the power point in now, I can use that, have it on the power all the time, so it'll never run out of power. And I'd sooner have something that's a standalone sat-nav rather than just a little round display. If I was going to use that app, then I'd rather just use the app on my phone rather than have to spend another £150. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but if you haven't seen what I'm talking about, there's a detailed explanation of this Beeline on Spicy 110's channel. He thinks it's pretty good, which in essence the usability of it is pretty good, but for me it's not good, because it's 150 quid for just something that's just an extra display. But if you want a display, you might as well just use your bloody phone and save yourself 150 quid and use the app. It's free. Do you know what I mean, folks? It's very rare that I actually ride in this inside lane. I'm never normally going slow enough, but there comes a time when you don't want to be riding bloody fast. But take your time, enjoy the little ride. It's nice. The wife is actually off work this weekend, thankfully, so I'm going to spend every waking moment with her, because I do blooming miss her a lot. Yes, I didn't put my earplugs in again, which I'm gutted, because all I can hear is wind, and if I can hear it, God, what are you going to be like? I hope it's not as bad as I can hear it. Yes, we're not far from home now, folks. I can't stress enough how much coming home in the light, in the daylight, and a bit of sunshine helps lift the spirits, especially on a Friday. And even going to work now in the morning and it is light, it just makes so much difference. I mean, it's bad enough that we all have to go to work and earn money, but we have to, otherwise we wouldn't be able to live. But it does get depressing, especially when it's dark on a morning and dark on your way home. And it's cold and wet and windy. Oh, look what I've got to contend with. Oh, beauty, beauty, beauty. Thank you very much. The traffic gods are playing good with me today. This is more like any greenery, hills, woodland, do you know, rather than concrete jungles. There's nothing worse than being in a city, industrialised cities, and I like this, the open spaces, the moorlands, you know, the sense of freedom. What is that bloke doing? He's all over the bloody road. The sense, look at him. And see, let's just monitor, yeah, see what I mean? He's crossing the white lines all the time. See, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. He's maybe distracted and being on his phone. Well folks, it's been a pleasure as always having you along. I'll cut it here. So I've been Paul from Biking Life. Bye for now folks, and I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Bye!